No, anyway. Okay.
No, we should
We
do that.
yeah, so many things. All right, we are live on StreamYard. We are going live on Instagram.
Okay, I hit it.
I
Oh my
hit it. We are
God.
on.
We're
What's up,
on. We're in.
everyone? We are here with Victoria Renee Hand,
Oh,
Samir Moussa. Got yeah, so many things going on this week. Thank you guys for joining us. For those that'll be coming in, we were in the studio this week
yeah.
together. Victoria performed last week.
It
Um,
did. That was last week. That was like so
yeah,
long ago.
that was after. Yeah, that was last week to the day.
That's
You got
right.
you got songs coming that you're releasing. Some
Yeah.
Christmas songs that are coming out.
Hey.
We have duets that are on the back burner waiting to see the day of light and working on new stuff. So much
That's
to
right.
talk about. Thanks y'all for coming through, hanging out with us. Ask us any questions, drop them in the comments. Let us know what's going on, where you're coming from, and
Yeah.
what's going on in your world. But if we can, let's start. I mean, well, you want to start with um the live performance or the studio?
Oh,
You
let's start with the studio. So that was the most
studio.
recent.
Heck yeah. So what was the vibe like going into the studio?
Okay,
Just
this was awesome. You're talking about my session that I did with Bob. I've been
yes.
in the studio a lot.
Okay,
I'm
cool. Great.
so excited about this, to be honest
Well,
with you, because okay, first of all, Bob's super cool. Nico,
okay.
I get to work with Nico, who's just an award-winning, literally a Grammy award-winning producer, and I get it. I'm so obsessed with him. He has no idea.
Okay.
If I'm in the studio by myself and I don't have somebody there vocal producing me, I will
Yeah.
spend 6 hours on what should be 3 hours,
Yeah.
because I love people who know their craft so well that
Mhm.
they know what we got. I know I can he's like, "I know I can take this and then do this, and between these takes, we got it. That's it. I don't have to keep doing it. I will do it because I will keep going because I'm like, well, what if I could do it better? But there's no cap to that. You know what I mean? So it's
Right,
like
right.
that's why it takes me so long in the studio. I'm always trying to like outdo myself, I
Yes.
guess. And like
Anyway,
also not always what the song calls for.
yeah, and it's like as the artist, as a creative, we want to, and as a performer, we want to try to like master the performance in one go, but like that's not the art of the studio. Like like
Yeah.
studio it allows you to like, you got most of it on this take, you got some of it on that take, and we put it together, and that's the studio magic,
Yeah.
So
He's
yeah,
a
I can totally high five you on that because like I've been working with Nico for years, but it's always such a relief as a guitar player, as a singer, to be on the and have him on the other side and be like, all right, all right, enough of this. We can move on, instead of having to do the whole thing. Like I was in the studio last night with him. I got picked up as a guitar player for another thing, and we were doing a guitar solo, and again, it was just kind of like, crafting pieces and writing the solo instead of having to do it all at once and trying to,
yeah.
just piece it together, which is what you get when you have a producer. So I'm glad you're jiving on him. Yeah, that was great.
That and also, he gives me artistic freedom. So if I hear something, he's like, just go for it, go for one. And I'm super. I've been doing this for long enough where it doesn't matter. Like I'm comfortable just doing it. It's okay. You have to. If you're gonna do something like an ad lib takes, like you have to be willing to mess up in front of people. It's fine, just
Right.
or like figure it out. I don't know what I'm gonna sing. Let's just do a whole take. And then he's like, that's it. We don't need
Yeah,
anything else. That's more than enough.
yeah.
And it's like, I have no idea what's gonna come out of my mouth. I
Yeah,
don't have
and a little insight about him, which you're already starting to like taste, is that it's awesome how he takes those little things, and then even as like a guitar solo, I'll rip throughout the whole song, and then he'll be like, okay, boom, and it's exactly where it needs to be at exactly the right time, and if it's not there, he knows how to ask for it too, which is another thing I love about him. He'll be like, come on, so like he's also got the ear, he's also schooled in composition, so like he's really a
he
nice.
knows music theory too, right? So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
one thing about most producers in LA learned by just I don't know, not music theory. They don't. Almost nobody that I've worked with in LA knows music theory.
Oh,
Really, like they know semitones and like how to like this needs to be moved up here, like pitch, but like they don't. Not really. Like I've never heard one time somebody be like, would you sing that part pianissimo? Like not ever,
Yeah.
not once, not
Let's
once.
try it like that.
Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
I know. Do you read sheet music?
I can read sheet music on guitar. I can do it pretty quickly. Yeah, I can read music for sure.
Have you ever been to Nashville when they have like that different like music system, like the bars for, how they have their own?
Their own language. No, I'm a little in. Nashville is like, way up there in terms of musicality. Like, I'm not. So yeah, I'm trained guitar player. I took classical. But I didn't go to like, I didn't get a degree in music. You know what I mean? Like some of these Nashville cats. And I've seen the guys that have come out of these Berkeley systems, and man, it's another caliber. Like, I've never seen the blues sound so amazing, and blues in the theory is very simple. It's like a very simple progression, but I've seen cats come out of these schools, do a blues band, and like, holy expletive. Like, I mean, these guys are ridiculous. So like, yeah, I'm a little bit intimidated by those guys.
I just did a song, one of the Christmas songs that I'm releasing last Christmas. I did with Nick Gomez, who is a blues everything player.
Yeah,
that came from Berkeley.
and
he's crazy. Like we had another band rehearsal for our friend Ryan's band that I'm just like singing with, sometime like it's, I don't know, maybe we're cheering. I don't know. And he never played bass in his life. And this guy just literally picks it up and is like, I'm going to play bass for this band. What? He did it like I don't understand. Like this guy can just pick up whatever instrument. It's crazy to me. I don't know how people do that. It's like,
it's
not even awesome. Like his main instrument is a wind instrument. He plays sax, right?
Yeah. They can do these things. Yeah, it's cool. I know what you mean, and I appreciate that too. Yeah. I want to share the because you mentioned the Christmas song, and I tried to prepare like this Christmas night with Victoria Holiday Classics Live, and I want to share it, but then the only way I can do it right now is by also sharing a lot of phone numbers, and I don't want to do that. So let me see how else I can do this, but I do have it ready, and we will share it with everybody.
Okay, good idea.
I'm
gonna see your whole log.
Let's see. I'll try that again. We'll talk about. Well, let's talk about your Christmas special, or about the live show. So you're talking about live shows. You also had a live show last week,
right? Which is like a totally different art form, right? So like the studio's one thing, and then not all recording artists are live artists, so it's like it's a whole different practice. But it's my favorite part. It's my favorite part of the job, period. No questions asked.
Live? Yeah, how did it feel to take the stage last week?
It was so fun. It was just so much fun. Like we got people up there just dancing around, It was a big stage. Green Day played there.
Nice, dude.
That's cool.
I've been bumping. I'm funny you should say that. I've been listening to American Idiot again these last few days.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I was right there when that album dropped. I was like in Billy Joel's family's circle, like at the time when that whole thing hit the bonanza. So it's kind of special in terms of like,
when it came out,
memories
in your journey.
Yeah, what happened, So like I was like you're working with these bands, these kids. I was working with his kid in the band at the same, like as the album dropped, and then it took over. So I listened to it 1,000 times when it happened, and I still think and it went off to be like album of the year. It's just great.
Did it really?
Oh yeah, it got album of the year that year.
Wow.
So it's okay. So Green Day, cool, man. What a band! I love that guy.
I know.
What else can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it was just. I mean, it was just a good time. Like I'm getting really, I'm just really comfy on stage. Like I feel like there was a period in my life where I was getting nervous to perform, live because I was such a psycho perfectionist, right? And I would but like you can't, if your entire show goes 100% completely perfectly, it was probably kind of boring because you probably didn't take risks,
Yeah.
and high risk, high return. So I like to just push the limit and see where I can take it while also sounding like I do on the record, and that's something I pride myself in. And just being able to getting on the stage and like being live with John Gus. Shout out to John Gus.
John Gus, with the talent, makes it look so easy.
He does, right?
So in the pocket, just like doesn't miss a note on the guitar, right there on the harmonies. Like
truly, it's crazy
doing it. That's great.
I know. He's just like, I swear he just looks like he loves it so much, which makes it fun to watch him. Like he's just like I feel like he loves it as much as like you love it, and as much as like I love singing. He's just, and also he's just such a home. Like I can just look over and be like, and he'll be like, I'll give you one more bar. Like if I need a breath, like you start to speak telepathically. Music sinks you. It really does. It sinks you. It's a connection thing. And so, and he's just really good at being able, and you're really good at this too, Samir, being able to, like make adjustments without, in a way that's like well received. Right. So I'm like, ooh, was I pitchy here? And he's like, I don't know. I think I might've actually just played the wrong chord. I don't know. So it's just a good rapport. Like everybody's just kind and nice, and it's even if we make like if there's a mistake, just the ability to be able to like adapt and adjust is
fun. It's kind of part of the play, like to be human about it and to share in that moment, in that laughter, in that hiccup, it's also kind of like what makes it real and kind of memorable too, when you can kind of like wing it with the crowd.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like the crowd participation that's one of my favorite parts, is when the crowd's like having fun, and you're like, they're having fun together and they're having fun with you. And it's just, it's a beautiful connection.
Yeah. Any
performance.
Next one. Do you have any? Yeah. I mean, any other shows coming up yet, or you just
not
like
right now? Yeah, just because I'm going out of town for the holidays. My parents are coming into town. I wish I had a show while they were here, but I don't.
Yeah.
Something up somewhere. And then so we're gonna have Thanksgiving, and then I think Nikki
in LA.
in LA. They're in Indio right now, which is like by Palm Springs. I know. They have friends there. They stay there first and then they come out here.
Okay. I thought you meant like India as in like Himalayas and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, no. Indio.
Different. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. I mean, you just came back from Africa, so I was like, all right, cool.
I know, right? Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Going straight to, actually, that's funny you said that. We are going to India.
Get out of here.
No, more on that later. We're going to India. We're making a movie.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
I've never been. I'm so excited.
Yo, that's wild.
Oh, if anybody here knows people who are like gonna, I don't know, book shows in India, let me know.
Yo, I know. Seriously, man, this guy, man, and he's nominated for like his 4th Grammy right now. But he's like, I've been in,
You must connect us.
Yeah.
Wait, is it how we met?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it's Ricky Key.
Yeah, Ricky Kej is up for another Grammy this year. This boy is on fire, man. And he's like
another Grammy? He does not miss.
He doesn't miss. Every time he pops it up. What's that?
3 Grammys?
Yeah, 3 already, yeah. And he's just nominated for his 4th. And this is like in the last, I guess he got his first one like 10 years, whatever, like back to back. Yeah, it's wild. Wow. So he's all over India. I mean, he's like India's poster boy right now. Like straight up. I mean,
is he really? Is he like super famous?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's like right up there with the prime minister. Everywhere they go together. Because he also is a UN ambassador, like goodwill ambassador. So this guy is so cool because like as soon as he got his break, he made a hard decision and committed where he's like, okay, I am only serving humanity in my music, period. If this project isn't helping 1,000 people or more, I'm not doing it. Don't talk, like, if you want to do more good, talk to me. So he's just been pivoted towards like, and like, and I just get chills because like I'm aware of what he's doing, what has been doing, and
Yeah.
it's like very uplifting. I mean, he's like
Say
moving.
more.
What's that?
Say more. Say more. I'm super interested. So basically he was like, if this music doesn't like take off, then what's the point?
No, his music already took off. He had already made it. And then he
Okay, yeah.
decided with his making it that he's going to commit 100% of the rest of his art musical career towards lifting up humanity. So like, and then it got recognized by like the United Nations, and they've brought him in as like a goodwill ambassador, like alongside like the type of stuff that Angelina Jolie was. You know what I mean? Like there are a few of these people, yeah. And so like he's on fire in India in the same way. Like he just released the national anthem of India with like 14,000 kids from different villages in India. Yeah.
The
So
guy's a
like,
freaking saint.
right? Yeah, he's working at that level. So like, and so it's
That's all. We
really
should have him on
inspirational.
the show.
Yeah, I'd love to, man. I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'm sure he.
When was the last time you talked to him?
I mean,
When we were there, maybe.
I mean, in person
Yeah.
or on text. I mean, text just this week, because we're with these, because there's in the Grammy world, which I've been involved, which is how we met, um, and so like we're always kind of like riffing off of each other, and but since I've known him for so long, like it's personable, like we're like we generally like smile when we see each other and stuff like that. So yeah, I've just been, this week I was chatting with him, but yeah, last time I saw him in person was probably I don't know. Anytime he goes through DC, he invites people out, and I always take him up when I can. And
That's nice.
yeah, so I mean, you gotta let me know what's going on in India. Love to get you guys there. I want to know what the film is about. I'm sure he, where you guys will be filming, and yeah, definitely keep me posted. And if once I know more, I feel like it's the right thing to push, to invite him to, I absolutely will.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And he's such a nice guy, man. Such a nice guy.
He really is. And what's cool is like, this is something. So like when Samir and I met, it was like, I don't know if it was like a divine
100%.
thing, right? But like, he sent out like mass emails, and just I don't know why, but I was like, I'm gonna support other artists. So I replied to the email about his Grammy nomination. I was like, good for you, man. Like, well, I don't know what I said, but I just like responded, not expecting him to ever. He replied, and I was like, oh, like I didn't know if he was, a huge art. I don't know. I was just like,
yeah.
I appreciate, game recognized game,
yeah, totally, straight up,
And then he always responded to my emails, and he was like, I'm doing a show. I'd love for you to come out. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
And I never do stuff like that. I don't even reply to emails I'm supposed to reply to. Like terrible.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. You're right on the money with that observation. Like he's always been very personable and takes a lot of time out to, like I think because it's like a pivot, like when you have what you need and you can just be where you want to be, and you want to be with the people for the people, then you're like that type of person, which I'm kind of that type of person. Like if I had nothing else to do and people were talking to me all day, I would definitely talk back all day. Like I love to talk. Sure. So yeah, great guy. And that album, just so y'all are wondering, it's called Divine Tides. It was a collaboration with Stuart Copeland, the drummer from The Police, and it's such a beautiful record. I mean, I absolutely love it. There was a while in my old car, and we had a CD player in it, and I just had it in there. And like every time I'd go for like a drive, I go to the beach a couple hours away, and every time I'd launch out, I would start playing this record because it's just like,
it just feels good.
Yeah, it feels so good, and it went off to win. So like, it's really beautiful production. Divine Tides, Ricky Kedge, Stuart Copeland. Look it up. Enjoy. India.
Sorry. I'm like 6 years old. I'm like, I have to say something I'm gonna forget. What was that? What was the place at? Like, what was the location where we met him? Well, I
Yeah,
met him rather.
yeah.
That was maybe the coolest venue I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man, I thought maybe you'd remember. It was in
No,
LA.
it
It
was
was
in
in
LA. It
LA.
was like this
It was
cool
like a
globe thing.
yeah, it
It
was
kind
like
of felt
three
like
globes,
yeah,
interactive artwork, and I think he booked one of the globes,
yeah.
and uh and yeah, I don't know what that place
I
was.
know.
I
I feel
mean,
like it was run by like very like almost like not children, but like very young adults. Like I felt like it was like a 21-year-old guy that was running it or something, right? But
yeah,
it was super cool. It looked like it was for people who were like, you know, tripping a little or whatever.
I
I don't know.
mean, one of the bubbles installation was very trippy. Yeah, like one
Very.
of the
It was
rooms
like
was like the
a black room with
straight out
neon lights and
Alice
like
in
artwork.
Wonderland gone on some other trip. Yeah,
That
it
was
was
so
totally
what
weird.
a fun day.
It
You
really
were really
was.
talking.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
wait, sorry. So I'm digressing. You
But yeah,
wanted
so
to
sorry, you said India. So Thanksgiving, your parents are coming through for show. You want to perform? What were you saying? I don't know. What were you saying?
oh, I'm going on a cruise with Nikki Howard and Ryan. I'm so excited. I've never done
Oh
a
no!
cruise in my life. I've never been on a cruise.
Oh my
Have
gosh!
you ever been on a cruise?
I've never been. Well, when I was a kid, and that was a pretty epic cruise. But no, not really. No,
Yeah,
no.
I don't even know what to expect. I
Yeah,
teach, for those of you who don't know, I teach voice lessons on the side.
yeah.
And it's just like I have this student. I love teaching kids. They're so funny and they just like they're spongier, I think, than adults. So it's
Right.
easier to teach them because people who know everything don't learn so good. But that's not the case for everybody, but still. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Maddie, what do I need to take on the cruise? Because she goes on one every year. She was like, bring your own toilet paper because there's is like one ply. And that's like, no. I'm like, what? Like, what?
Wow.
That's what she said. I told her mom and she was like, I had no idea that she's been doing that. Like she packs her own bags.
Yeah, yeah.
It is so wild. She was like, hear me out. So much makeup because you're gonna get sunburnt. And I'm like, she's 10. Well, she's 11. She just turned 11. I'm like, you don't really? You wear makeup on the cruise? Why?
This is an 11-year-old telling you this. I thought this was Nikki telling you this.
And then
Oh
I'm
man,
on
I'm like
it's
Nikki
an
11. I can
11-year-old.
see it, but no. Okay,
Yeah,
this is
no.
an actual 11-year-old.
Yeah, it's just so funny. And I was talking to her mom. She was like, I did not know that she brings her own toilet paper. I
Right,
didn't
right,
know
right.
that. She was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I also like she said no makeup because you're just probably gonna be sunburned the whole time. I'm like,
That's
oh.
hilarious. So where are you going?
We're
What's the
going
destination?
to the Bahamas,
Oh
the
yeah.
Dominican something playas. I forget.
Wait, where are you taking off from to get there from? You going down
Miami.
the coast to Miami? Yeah, yeah. Nice,
Y'all,
girl.
it's gonna be
Solid.
fun.
Yeah. Well, so is this a Christmas vacation? Thanksgiving? What are you
Yeah.
doing?
It's like it's an in between
In
Thanksgiving and
between?
Christmas. Yeah.
Nice. Oh my
Yeah,
God, you girls are so wild, so funny. I love it.
so funny. I'm
Hilarious.
obsessed
Yeah, you
with
guys are hilarious. I keep seeing, because like ever since you turned me on to her again, we're talking about Nikki Howard. She's a comedian and
yeah.
she's does a lot. She's a YouTube influencer, I guess. So and she releases so much content and like yeah. And so I always see it. It always pops up, and they're always like 3 to 5 minutes. So it's a perfect little break from my hustle. So I watch it.
Yeah.
I did one earlier today about and it's hilarious. So I can only imagine you guys are gonna be having a blast. I wish I could be a wallflower or, better yet, hanging out with y'all. That would be so much,
For
you know,
sure.
yeah, super fun. Behind the scenes with Nikki and Victoria, hilarious.
She's a good time. Oh, did you see her skit of Halloween, her Halloween one, where
Oh
we talk
yeah.
about Jason
Oh,
Momoa?
she
He
can't take a
commented
picture.
on it. I'm so
He
sorry.
commented on it. Get out, nice.
I was like, Nikki,
What?
so funny. Okay,
So
anyway, what's going on with you, Samir? What do you have? Do we have a this and that?
yeah, we have a this and that. what, and I'm just, I'm hustling the studio owner life. A lot of projects coming through, but I, just doing some recordings. Last night I got called in. That was fun. Did a guitar session for this other guy who,
Awesome.
yeah, it just comes from another life, doing a lot of cool things. Um,
Was it
I don't
Bob?
know. No, this guy's name was Julio. He played percussion, back in the day, touring and doing, just kicking ass on the percussion, but you can't really write a song on the percussion. So he started to put some stuff together on keys, and it was just building out the song. So we brought that up, and yeah, so that was a good time in the studio last night. Always a good time to be asked to help bring something out. So I got to work with Nico again. Um,
Awesome.
and what else have I got going on? Feels like so much. It's been so busy, but I run like 8 different operations, honestly. So, I'm
Wow.
always cooking something up. But I did have, what I will do is I'll play. I prepped a video of us doing All Is Found, which we never really released. You gave it to me. I put it together quickly and haven't really. Yeah, see, you're even like what? Because we didn't. I didn't. I haven't really. We haven't really seen it.
Wait, I
So
thought we did release that. We didn't release All Is Found?
we did the song, but not the video of us performing it.
Are
So
you
I'm gonna.
serious?
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I don't. So I'm gonna play it, and then we'll come back and we'll do a little bit of this and that, which I have. It's always fun game to play with you. So give me one
Yay.
second to load this up. Shouldn't be but a minute. And why don't you talk to him about what this song is, what we did with this?
Sure. So, All Is Found is from Frozen 2. It's from
Right.
Frozen 2. And it's so beautiful. It's like a feels like a lullaby, and a little bit dark, but it's a little
Oh
different
yeah,
than what we usually do. It's very like pianissimo, to bring back a word we used earlier.
yeah,
It's very like light and breathy, and it's just like soothing kind of.
yeah.
Well, like a lullaby. I guess that's the idea, right?
I love it. I love it. Originally Casey Musgraves, and here we go. Check it out, y'all. I love it.
Where the north wind meets the sea, there's a river full of memory. Sleep, my darling, safe and sound. When this river is found, all is found. When all is lost and all is found, in her waters, deep and true, like the answer had for you. Dive down deep into her side, not too far, be drowned. She will sing through here, and in her magic flows. Can you brave me most here? Can you face this world? Until the rivers finally cross, feel the solid ground. You have to get a little lost on your way to being found. memory. Come, my darling, homeward bound. Love is lost, then all is found. All is found. All is found.
I mean, you know, I love this song for a lot of reasons, you know, like
Yeah.
because it's just it speaks so true about what it is to be like on the journey of like unknowingness, you know, it's like the life adventure unfolding,
Yeah.
and I just totally identify with, like, you know, when you just gotta jump in and not know where you're going and just, you know,
Just go for it.
yeah, and then, you know, one minute you feel it's all lost, and all of a sudden next second it's right there, and it's like, you know,
Dude.
a song singing for those parts of a journey of ones who decide to create your own, you know.
Goosebumps, but also look at my glitter tattoo.
Yeah, nice. Papa, there you go. There's
I'm 6. Okay. But no, you're totally right. It's like the letting go of fear, because you have to let go of that, but in order to be free, right? Because that thing can hold on you, and you don't want that. And you want to be able to like trust that everything's going to work out and it's all going to be okay, and just let go of your control and allow what's lost to be found.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. You know, and having been like you know, one thing just having done it for like the majority of my life, it's like it's nice to nestle into a song that speaks on that in a comforting kind of way, because like it can be, your nerves can get, you know, really tested when you live a life like that, where you're just like, I'm swimming, you know, and I'm still swimming.
Yeah, well, it's scary. It's scary being, you know, an artist. Like it happened to me the other day. You know, you put yourself out there, right? That's super vulnerable. Like I don't sing everything perfectly all the time, and you know, I put up this video, and like, you know, sometimes people will be like, stop, you know, or whatever, and you're just like, okay, it doesn't matter. It's not for you. That's not for you. That's for whoever needs to hear it or wants to hear it. That's fine, you know. You have to be able to just be like, usually when people say things like that, they're projecting more of themselves than
For sure.
anything else. And that's fine too. It doesn't matter. That's the thing, is like, we put so much weight on everything. And the truth is it doesn't.
No, as long as you're holding on to like your best self the way you can,
you align,
know, in your river, you know, of life, you know, then everybody else, someone will be, you know, somebody's always going to have something to say, you know, but 100%, because they're not busy doing their own thing.
That's so true. And you always look at those profiles, there's like nothing on there. There's like nothing and no one. And it's so funny, because it's, you know, they say no one's ever going to hate on someone that's doing worse than them.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
you know?
There you go. Yeah. I mean, yeah, totally. The psychology of it all is deep, But at the end of it, you know, just like do your thing. And then, you know, in those moments you'll be tested. And this song speaks to like how to keep it together, you know?
You know, I was talking to Link last night about this exactly. And we were talking about how when people sometimes, like hypothetically, when if you're a light, then, and you're doing something that you know, you're doing what you love doing, and then sometimes it reminds other people that are so far away from that they are not, you know, living their dreams or doing the best version of themselves. And so they like act out, but then also the people that are closest to it, then they get inspired by that. So you can tell where you are based upon your reaction to other people, usually, right? Like, why does that bother you? Is that a mirror to you? Is that something that you see yourself in, that you don't like about yourself? Is that what's actually happening here? Because usually that's what's actually happening.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, totally. And yeah, and it can be, especially when you're again in the arts and vulnerable as it is, because you're putting yourself out there, it can be difficult to kind of like handle those energies that come at you. But like something that we circle back to, because I definitely hold on to these, and you know it very well as well, is like one of the four agreements that we kind of have talked about in previous things is
Yeah.
is not to take things personally. And so that
Yes.
which is so helpful when we put ourselves out there in this way, and then you get confronted by someone who's like, who doesn't jive with it for their own reasons, and kind of like, put, and so, which I've had to encounter right now. I mean, I'd be surprised, like, I mean, I guess I'm not, and again, it's like, you can measure yourself about what's happening around you from the way people react to you. Like when, this magazine cover came out, like,
Yeah.
which was to my surprise, and which was really cool, really, made for a fun September, like, not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. But like, so all of a sudden, certain people that were like right there kind of did a flip. They started to like act different, and like in obvious ways. And I'm like, okay, like, so it is, and I'm not gonna take it personally, and I'm gonna
I
keep
want an
moving.
example.
Huh?
I want an example. Oh, you can't because they'll
I
feel
mean,
called out.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like, people who are happy for you when you're winning together, but when you have a win on your own, and all of a sudden they don't recognize it, it's like, yo, that's
That
that,
that
yeah.
part. Yo,
But,
that's the
like,
thing. I see that's
yeah,
the thing that's crazy to me is like, dude, be happy for other people. Like,
yeah,
no one can take what's yours. This is not a pie. This is infinite.
yeah,
It's an
yeah,
infinite pie. There's an endless amount of pieces for everybody.
yeah,
What
yeah,
makes your light shine does not dim theirs
yeah,
at all. You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah,
It's just, dude, be kind and be loving and be grateful, and then that's it. Like, it's surprising to me how many people like will preach the golden rule and they don't follow it.
yeah.
They
But I
don't
mean, like,
follow it. They conceptually understand it, but they don't really know it.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
know what you don't understand what you know.
yeah, 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 yeah. What you
You
think
know
you
what
know?
I mean?
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
brain gets it. You could repeat it. You don't really understand. Because if you
All
did,
right.
you'd behave differently.
Yeah, totally. But like yeah, absolutely. And yeah, yeah,
And that's okay. Everybody is where they are.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's also fine. You're not gonna, hit a little kid or make fun of a little kid for falling down when they're learning how to walk. That's just
yeah.
where they are in that state in their stage of their life.
Right. And
So
just
just
continue
love
to
people
celebrate them
where
when
they
they do.
are. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it.
I'm
That's
with
it,
you.
man.
I'm with
What?
you.
This and that.
All right, this and that. Okay, you ready? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to do a little game. We find ourselves playing this and that game. This theme is going to be Thanksgiving, because that's all I could think of today.
I'm so hungry.
You're so hungry, right? All right, so then turkey or ham, Victoria?
Ham.
Oh,
Seriously?
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
really?
especially
No.
if it's honey baked.
Oh, damn. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to say I'm more of a turkey gravy kind of guy, but that's
Are
cool. I
you?
like it. I mean, I
I
don't
like
know.
sugar meat.
You like sugar meat? Ooh, make it sweet. Put some extra honey. All right. How about this then? Mashed potatoes or
Mashed
sweet
potatoes.
potatoes?
Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Tough.
Oh
I can't
no.
choose. Don't make me. I won't. I won't choose. I like the sweet potatoes that have the burnt marshmallows and pecans.
Ooh,
I
nice.
wouldn't really like my whole Thanksgiving to be sweet, actually.
You do like
Sweet.
extra cranberries all day? So
Huh?
gravy or cranberry, you're a cranberry girl?
Mm-hmm.
Go. Cool. Cranberry is my dish. That's what I always make. I mean, I always do the turkey too, but like cranberry is my jam. I love it.
Do you do canned?
No,
You don't?
no, not at all.
Oh
I
my
get my
god.
cranberries. I boil out of them. I get some orange zest in there. Oh, ton of
Orange
honey.
zest?
Oh yeah.
What does that
Oh,
even
yeah.
mean?
It means like you.
That's it.
Yeah, you zest
Is it a
orange.
verb?
It's a verb. You
Okay.
yeah. Put some
Orange
orange in there. Orange flavor. So much honey. It's delicious. And then you just like boil it and boil it until, and then you cool it. And it's like, I love it. I love
Wait,
making cranberries.
weird request. Will you make a video of this? I want to see it and I want to eat that. I've never had that. I've never
Really?
had any.
Oh yeah.
close to
Wow. Am I
that.
gonna make a how to make cranberry sauce with Samir Moussa?
Man, I wish we could have like a Friendsgiving, you know?
Yeah. So that's one of these too. That would be great. So for that,
Yeah.
that's gonna be my answer because they go one of these is Friendsgiving or Family Thanksgiving. So let's just Friendsgiving on that one.
Friendsgiving, yep.
Yeah.
God,
Just for that thing. Do both. You know what I mean? Can we do both?
yeah.
Usually Friday be
Man,
what's
my
up?
mom makes the best mashed potatoes in the world. Like,
Oh man.
also, they're the fattest mashed potatoes in the world.
Okay, yeah. How much butter? How much garlic? That's what I need.
All the garlic, sour. I can't tell you guys all the secrets. Like a whole tub of sour cream.
Okay.
Dump it, all of it. Put the whole thing in. Cheese.
Go.
Chive. Go. Like my
Nice.
mom does not play. Like I've never had. Oh, it's Nikki. Okay, well, should I take it?
Oh yeah, take it. Let's bring her into the call, ladies and gentlemen. Nikki.
Can I call you right back?
Nikki Howard.
Okay, let me
Will she be a guest on our show?
Right, she should be. What was I gonna say? Oh, the sweet potatoes. Okay, but here's what's your favorite dish?
Of it all?
Yeah. Also, I want to hear what you guys what's your favorite for Thanksgiving? I want to know what everybody is like. What are we doing? Send me your recipes. I want to do stuff.
Yeah, no, seriously, exactly.
I'm in the mood now. I want to bake.
Oh man, I know. Once you get into it, it's like a whole place, isn't it? It's like make a track or make a cake. Which one is it? Because they're both great. Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. No, so I guess for you, it's homemade or store bought.
Homemade, obviously.
Homemade, right? I mean, seriously, cozy sweater or dressy outfit.
For Thanksgiving, cozy sweater.
Yeah.
I love dressing up, but
yeah. And for here, it's
fancy cozy sweater. I'm terrible at this and that. I combine everything. A fancy cozy sweater.
Put that together, and voila.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
My mom makes this cornbread casserole. Oh my god.
Oh man.
It's the best dish everywhere we go, every time. It's so good. I make it too. That's my dish. Yeah.
That's it.
But since my mom's gonna be here, I'm gonna let her do it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting. When was the last time? Do you typically spend Thanksgiving with them?
No. I haven't spent Thanksgiving with my family forever.
Yeah, because you saw them this summer and it had been the first time in a few years.
Yeah, definitely. They're coming out more because I started complaining about it.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys don't love me.
Yeah.
Like they're going to Florida like all the time, and they hate California. That's why they just don't. They are not fans.
Really, they don't jive with the California.
They don't love that. They don't like the traffic. They don't like the too many things, too many people. They're Midwesterners. Yeah.
Midwesterners, yeah. No, LA is no joke, but if you can hang, I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah.
It's just it's just a switch, I also love being back in Indy where it's like chill, like what you never see in Indy? People doing like TikToks in public. You never see it. You just don't.
Well,
the things I make fun of like people that I do too, like out here. Yeah. I almost like kind of miss it when I'm there. I'm like, oh, people behave themselves. Like that's weird. No, people conduct themselves in a normal societal manner. I don't like it. That's a very general statement. But okay, sorry. Go
no, but you're right about it. I mean, it's like I think half of the reason why I love LA is because I get reprieve from it, and I like reprieve because I go to LA. And New York and DC and South Dakota, wherever it is, like I like spice of life, man. It's got to be, I wear a lot of different hats, and I like them all.
I know, but it's almost a spiritual practice to really be able to like immerse yourself in a different society, like in a different culture, and not like take yours with you and just be like, oh, this is what we do here. Okay, fun.
Oh
It's
yeah.
allowed. Yeah, shapeshift. Did you say shapeshift?
Oh yeah. Shapeshift. Big
Shape.
time, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I mean, and I learned it. I mean, this could be. I could talk all day about this one because, like, I was, young, and but my dad was from this part of the world where they lived like that, and my mom's from this part of the world where they lived like something else, and I grew up in this place, lived like this, and so like I would be ping ponging between these different places, and I would have to
Yeah.
like figure out who I was and how to find something in me that could like be safe, but I couldn't bring all of me to it, because you don't do that here and you
Yeah.
don't do that there. It's just so the
Like
shape
what? Do you
shifting.
have like a specific example?
I mean, just like how you dress, for example, like how you
Oh yeah.
speak, how you treat your elders, how you treat strangers, how you talk to people when you're walking down the street. When you,
Can I interrupt you?
yeah,
I have to tell
man,
you this. Link and I had this conversation yesterday also. So Link is from Alabama
yeah,
and I'm from Indiana. It's way less people here, right? So when you're walking down the street and there's, somebody else walking down the street, you acknowledge each other. You just do. And if you don't, it's considered like very rude, like we say hi, excuse me or
mhm,
whatever,
right,
you interact with each other. And
yeah,
this kid was walking by us on the sidewalk. When I say kid, he's probably like 21. And I don't, that was so
yeah,
specific. I don't know.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Oh, it's cool.
and he like had his headphones in and he's like walking by kind of fast, just doesn't even say anything. We all like move over for him. I was like, Link, he's minding his own business, that's
Yeah,
okay. And he was like, he didn't even like, these kids don't know how to like communicate. They
yeah,
they they don't know how to be in public. It's weird.
yeah,
Like you would never do that. And I'm like, well, okay, what if you're in New York and
right,
there's a billion people walking by you? It would make sense that you don't say hi to every single person. That would be exhausting,
yeah,
right?
right, yes,
But we're not. He was like, but we're not in New York. We're in LA. And I'm like,
right,
touche, touche, touche.
yeah,
What are your
yeah,
thoughts on that?
yeah. I mean, I'm thinking like when you start inserting like now like these like the social media that's taken over in the last 6 years or 7 years or whatever, like it's completely different now. Like now it's a whole other level of like
Social.
cultural differences, where like, you know, there's a generation now being brought up by like you communicate here, like what is this world like? You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah,
etiquette
because
is gone. It's all in here, and so like that's like even more of a wormhole in terms of like difference between like the societies that like my dad's. It's like probably close to the small town in America. It's just like village living. It's like small. You are your community. You are aware of everybody. Everyone's aware of you. You kind of like are a part of a whole. You work. Everybody's kind of. It's just like the individual is a part of the whole, and the whole is bigger than the individual. So it's like
100%.
you move totally
Wait,
different.
again?
I guess the
The individual.
individual is a part of the whole, and the whole is actually,
I
more
love
important than the
that.
individual. Yeah.
You're so
So
poetic.
hey, you think I should write a song about it? Should
Yeah,
it go
you
something
should.
like, yeah,
Something about the collective soul. Is that a
yeah,
band already?
yeah, dude. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, more enough of that. Um,
I love
yeah.
that.
So yeah. So I appreciate, yeah, the shape shifting. You got to be able to like,
Yeah,
move it around.
that you're really good at that. Like you can be around anybody in the world, and Link is the same way. Where it's just like you can be around whoever, all the types of people, and you're able to just. I wouldn't call it like energy manipulation, but it's you see people where they are, how they are, and you are able to connect. And that's a skill set that you really. I don't know if you can teach people that.
Yeah, I mean, you can if you throw them into enough different cultures when they're young, or show them enough of differences so that they don't think everything's the same, and they'll have to learn to adapt. Like, I mean, I attribute it to the way I grew up, like, and then also being an artist outside of it, and growing up in DC, where it's like, you know, political central. Like the highest politicians are all here, you know, and like
Literally.
diplomats and their entire families, and then you have people from, you know, Nigeria, from Afghanistan, from like Peru, like everybody's coming from everywhere, you know.
Everybody.
Yeah, and so the more, which is why being exposed to the world really serves everybody, because then you're able to relate to the next guy that you meet and say, "Oh yeah, that's true. I get it. You know, I relate. I relate. I can
Yeah.
relate." You know, so exposure is a
Right.
really big key.
Exposure matter. It helps you relate to people better. And just also knowing that like it makes you more aware that what is custom to you is neither right nor wrong, you know, per se. I mean,
Relative, for sure.
yeah, it's all relative. And then when you understand why people are the way that they are, it helps you be more accepting and empathetic, I think.
Yeah, yeah, totally, totally. I love it. Another
Yeah.
deep moment with Victoria Renee. Samir. All right. So let's see. Let's talk a little bit about. I guess, I mean, is it too soon to talk about Christmas? I tell my kids, don't talk about Christmas. It's November. But you know, you got stuff cooking for Christmas, so maybe we should. What you got
Okay.
going on?
Yeah, were you able to get that link?
Yeah, let me
Christmas
see if I can get this picture. I'll show it
Cool.
up. Let me see if I can find it.
I
Because-
talked a little bit about the last Christmas that I did with Nick Gomez. I don't think he was on. Who is the guy who graduated from Berkeley, who plays sax and every instrument. Apparently, it doesn't matter if it's even the same type of instrument. He could just do it. Okay. So that guy, Nick Gomez, and I, that one's coming out for Christmas this year. And we're also doing Oh Holy Night. I'm excited for that one of my favorites. I love the classics. Do you prefer classic Christmas music or the newer stuff?
Oh man, I love classics.
Me too. I
I'm
like
a
them.
classic guy. I mean, I love classic films, and when the winter season comes around, I'm like, give me all of them old films, when the classic black and whites, you know, get
Really?
the old. Oh yeah, I'm a sucker
Like
for
what?
it.
What's like one of your faves?
Oh man, like I watch it all the time. What's one of my faves? Like, I mean, it's not Christmassy, but like Dr. Sigavo is like old school, like Omar Sharif kind of stuff. And I mean, you know, it's like I love that one. It just I mean, it was big back in the day. It's just a classic. It's
Yeah.
like Lawrence of Arabia kind of thing. And you
Yeah,
know,
Lawrence of Arabia.
yeah, like
It was almost everything was shot like it was for stage, almost. You know,
yeah, and
it was like before they got like heavy into cinematography, but like it's still fun to watch. So I didn't really get. I mean, unpopular opinion. Didn't really get the hey, fun.
yeah.
If you haven't heard my version of All I Want for Christmas Is You, check it out. It's out on Spotify and all the streaming platforms. That's one of my favorites. Or Santa Baby too. If that
Oh, nice.
I have some original Christmas music.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Check out Victoria Renee Christmas Sounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And as we get closer, we'll put links right in there. You know, and then I guess I got asked by and it was kind of, you know, I should appreciate it too, because like the film director like reached out to me like around the music supervisor. It was like, no, I want him to do a version of Silent Night. So I cut a Silent Night for this film and made a little video for it as well. So when we get closer, I'll share that with you.
Stop, I love that.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
have you talked to anybody from that the music supervisor thing we went to?
I did. I mean, I followed up with what's his name?
The guy?
Matt King, the big cat, and we exchanged a couple of emails. He got our information. I sent him stuff that we've done, and then I sent him, you know, because I have the music publishing side of life, very organized link with like hundreds and hundreds of songs that we have. So I sent him all that stuff, and I still see our Hellsinger guy. What's his name?
What?
His last name. I see him on Instagram.
Oh, you mean that guy that we were talking to
we got
that we
to
gave?
give all our beer tickets to.
Yeah. Oh, do you talk to? I forgot. What's his name again?
I don't know. His last name is Helsinger.
That's
So
a cool last name.
yeah,
I don't think that's his last name.
yeah.
Victoria. I miss you at the gym today. Sorry.
Which one? Who?
Victoria. She's
Oh,
my
coming in?
gym
Nice,
friend.
nice.
When I tell you, sometimes we go to the gym and we literally like, we'll just go to be like, I had to tell you a story. And like, we don't work out. Wait, let me show you this picture. Actually, somebody took this of us just sitting there. Wait, did she send it to me? Victoria. Hold on. Let me find this. This is ridiculous.
Let's see if anybody wants to hear it.
Here, right here.
All right, let's see.
We're all just sitting in a circle talking at the gym. Like, well, I don't think I worked out at all that day. But it makes the gym more fun to me.
Oh yeah. I mean, come on, you know, like it's all about you know, good people, man. If you're asking me, like you know, you gotta have the good people and then do whatever. Everything else is everything else. But people around you gotta be cool first too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep your circle cool.
Yeah, and just, you know, have fun. I mean, but that's me. I know not everybody's like me, but I definitely know who I am, and I love people. So like, I can totally see how you go do one thing and then you strike up a good conversation and everything just.
Yeah. Well, and now I'm invested in the stories. So now I'm like, I see them tomorrow. I'm like, what happened? You know, like, I don't know. So yeah, it's just, I love Enrich. I'm going to give Enrich Fit a shout out. I don't know why I do that all the time, but I feel like it makes it more interesting. It makes it more exciting. It's like, was it just like Enrich Fit? Okay. Or is it like Enrich Fit? I pay attention to the second one. So that place is so cool. It has such a great gym culture. Like everybody's it's like a family. I mean, it's actually like a family. In fact, half the time, I know. I love our little community there. I mean, we used to eat Thanksgiving with the gym owner, like every year. Like it's so close. Yeah, everybody's so cool there.
That's
in
great.
Burbank.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they're the best. We love
man. I will to like community all day. Like if you got a good community, count your blessings, man. You know, because like, you know, that's where it all happens. You know,
it does. Even if you are the most successful that you could possibly be at what you do, if you don't have a community of people that are like there to share it with, then what is the point?
Yeah, and it doesn't. I mean, success isn't always happy. You know, happy comes from like the whole fulfillment,
whole thing. Yeah. Amen, sis.
Yeah. What up?
I don't know if you could see it on.
No, I can't. I'll give a holler.
IG Live. Yeah.
IG Live. All right, Victoria. Let's see if maybe we wrap it up with a song. What video would you like us to walk out on today?
Ooh, okay.
I know, pressure question, right?
What's the one that you wanted to release next?
Yeah, I wanted to get that one up and ready to go. I couldn't get it. Let me see if I can.
Okay.
What I want to release next is "Don't Give Up" song that we recorded, which is Peter Gabriel, Kate Bush duet.
That was a request. Who requested that?
Because like I'm so glad you told me, because I was going to tell you that I don't remember for the life of me like how we chose that song.
It was definitely a request.
Man, I don't know why like I can't share it to my computer and it's too big to send.
That's okay. You can just pick one that you have ready.
But yeah, that's the song I would have wanted to do. So you're right on with that.
I'll send you my show footage too for next week so you can see. Oh, I have to like look at it. I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. And then we can get together midweek and like get organized with it.
Okay, cool.
So now, I mean, I guess what I have easily available is I have the Whiskey Lullaby.
Yeah, Whiskey Lullaby. I love that song.
Yeah, that one's a heavy track, man. Too. That's the heaviest track I've ever sung. Like
some of the most beautiful lyrics.
Yeah, just heavy though. Like damn. You know,
that was also a request. Yeah. If anybody else has requests,
drop them in the comments. We're listening, and you know, you're helping us discover songs. Like I wouldn't have known. I hadn't heard Whiskey Lullaby. I hadn't heard of Don't Give Up, and I love these songs. And then I have Watermelon Moonshine. I have a version of our Shallow. And then I Need You Now is what I have at a click away.
Let's do Whiskey Lullaby.
Okay. All right, let's walk them out with Whiskey Lullaby. Let's see how I can get this one going. Here we go. Let's do it. That was a fun. I did enjoy it. I really did.
I did too.
All right. So y'all, thanks for joining us. We're gonna stream out with a live of our cut of Whiskey Lullaby, and yeah, hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. Here we go. She put him out like the burning end of a midnight cigarette. She broke his heart. He spent his whole life trying to forget. We watched him drink his pain away, a little at a time. But he never could get drunk enough to get her off his mind until that night. He put that ball to his head and pulled the trigger, and finally drank away her memory. Life is short, but this time it was bigger, and the strength he had to get up off his knees. We found him with his face down in the pillow, with a note that said, I love her till I die. And when we buried him beneath the willow, the angels sang a whiskey lullaby. La 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 la. La 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 la. The rumors flew, but nobody knew how much she blamed herself. For years and years, she tried to hide the whiskey on her breath. She finally drank her pain away, a little at a time. But she never could get drunk enough to get him off her mind until the night. She put that bottle to her head and pulled the trigger, and finally drank away his memory. Life is short, but this time it was bigger, and the strength she had to get up off her knees. We found her with her face down in the pillow, clinging to his picture for dear life. We laid her next to him beneath the willow, while the angels sang a whiskey lullaby. La 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 la. La 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 la. I can't hear you.
Oh boy.
Oh, there you are.
I love that song. Well, what a fun chat today.
Yeah. Always good speaking with you. And I'm always, curious because I know you've been busy doing a lot of things, so conversation could go on, but we'll save it. Yeah, another great day.
Yeah. And I'm just confused on how this is all happening here. What's going on in this app thing? Okay, I ended that. I don't know what the rules are.